So, this video topic about the previous generation not having no compassion, not having no understanding, not really caring about this younger generation. It's something that's been weighing on my mind heavily, and only because I just been reflecting upon my younger years, and even like now, like when I talk to older people, I realize how much they don't care about the youth, and they kind of like brush it off, and then they wonder why people love saying like this, like the current generation is always worse than the previous ones, but it's the reason why. And it's usually because of the lack of attention or the lack of awareness in the older generation. These older generations, they don't care as much as, they act like they is. Like the older generations act like their like age is like the best years. It's like it's the prime. It's like it's better than, every age that has ever been here. And it's like it's so arrogant, it's so irritating, it's so annoying to even be around. I hate people that be like, oh, this generation is different. But it's like the funny thing about it is it's the previous generation that's birthing these new kids, but also raising them. So it's like if you raising them, most of the time they're raising them wrong. They not giving the kid and just the children the proper amount of care and attention, or even just guidance. But they have so much to say about the newer generations, and that's kind of what my goal and my plan is that as I grow more capable, I just want to help the younger generations. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of having elders. The whole point of having people that's older than you that can help you along this journey of life, because this shit is not easy. It's not a blueprint for it, and it only make it hard when people try to make you feel bad for existing and make you feel bad for living the life that was given to you. One thing I hate above all things is being like belittled, and belittled in a way where they disrespect you. Like, and there's been many times my elders had disrespected me and talked to me too crazy, in the sense of like, just because I'm younger than them, I'm supposed to accept it. And that's one thing I don't. I try to be respectful as I can as an individual. I'm not like a rude person. I try to be respectful as I can, but some of these elders think just because they older, that gives them the privilege to just disrespect and kind of shun. And that's the problem with the world. Like, there's no compassion or understanding for these younger kids. But the thing about people is people have a hard time giving compassion, but they want so much of it. They want to be forgiven. They want all these things, but they can't give it to others. And that's like some of the most infuriating things. And I have to, with my spiritual practice, I have to be able to understand that these people just don't know. But it's so frustrating. It makes life 10 times harder for me when I'm in an environment where people look at me like I'm smaller than them, right? And I get it, because I'm young. I get the initial understanding, but this is kind of where the generations, the gap between generations kind of begins. Like, there's been times I work with people and they just don't stay. Like, let's say I'm a young manager, right? I'm getting manager role just because I'm a hard worker. I'll bust my ass everywhere I go. So when I'm a manager, I have to tell people what to do. I have to direct people to a certain extent. I'm a leader. So I have to appoint people to do these duties, and when people don't do that, it's like it's discrediting who I am and my role and wherever I'm at. And then they want to make you feel bad about it, like that's your fault, when it's an internal thing with them. So, and like I said, I experienced a lot in my life, like, and that's why like I said, I'm not around people, I'm not close to people for real, because like, you gotta realize your mouth confesses the truth, right? Whether you mean to or not. Most people are not that sharp to conceal maliciousness, right? And even like maliciousness can be found in a way where people try to make it seem like they, they're in support of you, but they just trying to be slick about it. Like, one thing I hate being called this son. Like, don't call me son. I don't know you, bro. We not cool. We not tight. We not sweet, bro. Please don't call me son. And like I said, me just being trying to be zenned out all day and not cutting to nobody, or like being called little bro. Like, obviously, like, if you call me nephew, that's different. But calling me little bro is like, it's like a way to belittle you and make you feel less than. But like I said, and these people that you can look at them and just tell like they don't have no consciousness. You can tell these people is lazy. You can tell these people ain't doing nothing all day every day. but they decided to take some time out their day to talk to you and belittle you and make you feel worse than what you are, right? And that's like the worst. It's like they don't respect you. They don't respect you because you're young, or they think, they, in a sense, they jealous of you. So they want to take a stab at you, and it's not conscious, It's just, that's how the negative aspects of human nature kind of come out. Like I said, come out through your words, come out through your actions. And like I said, and that just shows you kind of who they are. And it is people that's been around me that supported me, like one thing I can say is that I didn't grow up with the traditional support system, but as I grew up and like started working jobs and stuff, my elders have placed a lot of hope into me. They like, Kevin, you're gonna be something one day. You're gonna be something one day. And the thing about me is I never really accepted it, even though I still handle my business. I always accept the nice words that they give me, but at times, you can't believe it because you always got somebody else that's negative, just full of just hatred and negativity, and that just want to just pull everybody down to their level. So as long as I've been working, I always had positive reinforcement, always had negative reinforcement. But the thing about it never came from somebody in my pure age. It always came from somebody that was older than me, way older than me, and they kind of lost their innocence and their purity with themselves. So they kind of got to be a predator towards other people's purity and in a sense, they innocence and dreams, essentially. So, but yeah, not to go too far from the original point of the video, it's always the older generations, always the previous generations that's like, they're so stuck in their ways, and it's like that's the thing that caused the cycle to keep going. It causes the repeat of just negativity being spawned back on the planet. Like, that's just crazy. That shit is crazy to me. And that's kind of why I wake up every day, and that's the whole point of my existence. I just want to make a better world for my kids, my nephews, nieces, anybody. Really, I just want a better existence. I don't want the same thing going on. I want people to be cared for. I'm just compassionate. I just want better. And not saying I'm perfect, because like I said, it's been times where I exhibited the same traits in the sense of, just being negative, but not trying to belittle nobody. But all in all, I say not to try to make myself seem like a saint, but that's my kind of one of my purposes as, I exist. I just want to do good. I want to bring more light on the planet. I want to bring more light to my environment, my reality. I want to change the world, in a sense, but not in a grand sense. But yeah, people need to understand that, the kids is the future. Children are the future. And instead of hating on them, instead of neglecting them, you should encourage them to do better with themselves, encourage them to be themselves, encourage them to take a chance rather than, I'm about to say disencourage. I don't think that's a word, but like, instead of neglecting them, right? Because as long as I've been alive, all I ever wanted was older people to support me, only because I lacked that aspect growing up. I lacked my elders, right? My family is so fragmented and so like shut off from each other. It's like, that's just how we are. And I'm trying to get to a point where I can bring this all back together, even though it's not my job, but spirit kind of tells me that's kind of what I am here to do, is to unite people. But yeah, I always wanted elders. And it's like, a lot of my life I didn't have elders. I didn't have people that was there for me trying to show me the way. I didn't have mentors. So in many ways, that's kind of the reason why I always found mentors on fucking TV shows, anime, cartoons, fucking books. Like, these people are dead or they not real. And in reality, for a child, I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it's healthy at all. Because that's kind of the reason why I think the way I think now. Like, I think like a little kid. Like, people, like, I tell people, like, shit, when I get my superpowers, people probably think I be joking, but I'm dead serious. When I get my superpowers, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, right? And a lot of that comes from just thinking about, being so connected and in tune to just you know, anime and cartoons and superheroes and things like that. Even though it's all real, I believe that, but you know, it's kind of like a let me not go into that tangent. All right, so y'all, thank y'all for watching the video. I appreciate y'all. You have a good rest of y'all day. Thank you.